Hello everybody, it's the Bricklord here, back with another Ninjago video, and today is another review, and it's Woo's Battle Dragon, and this set looks awesome. It's my first Season 13 set that I picked up alongside Cole's Spinjitzu Burst, which I will review hopefully soon. But yeah, I'm super excited to start this review, and we'll just dive right on in. And so this set consists of two builds, obviously the large Woo's Battle Dragon, and the small little side build to hold the Ivory Blade of Deliverance. And then it comes with two minifigures, Woo and a little Gecko here. I believe it's Gleck, I think. Yeah. So otherwise, I'm just going to scooch them off to the side and the small build. And we're just going to start right with the main dragon itself. And on first impressions, this thing looks pretty good. It's quite sizable, actually, as far as like a $20 set goes. I mean, that's what the price of this is. For a $20 dragon, it is quite large. But yeah, very happy with the size of this. And so just let's start with just at the head. The head is interesting. It's slightly flimsy, as you could just tell even right there moving it around. I mean, a couple little things can break off. It's an okay build. I mean, it looks okay. I mean, it doesn't look amazing, but for the little bit of parts that are used in it, I think it turned out pretty good. You get a couple little segments of the neck, and there's also the little like chains connected there that Woo can use when he's sitting on the saddle. So thinking of the saddle, we'll just move right to that. Pretty simple, pretty good though. You know, Woo, the legs can just slot right in there and he can sit. There's a couple clips to hold on to accessories, which is always a plus for people that want to have their minifigures not holding their accessories all the time. So yeah, simple. Now we'll get to the best part of this set, the glorious wings, and these things are nice. They're vinyl pieces, that you pop out of like the sheet, but they turned out really good. They're held in, just with like the little piece that was always referred to as the stamp piece, that little piece there. And pretty good though, looks really nice. Not too much framing under here, there's only a couple real limbs, but yeah, I mean, it works out pretty well. Super happy with the wings. They can fold up and down. They're on a just clip and a ratchet at the same time, and they're fine though. They work well enough. I mean, they can only go up and down. They can't go, in or out, but that's okay. I mean, I think for a $20 dragon, the wings not being able to, go in and out, I think is perfectly acceptable. So, otherwise, yeah. Then the tail here, is just a lot of ball joints. There's actually, I guess, the one hinge there, and then the rest are all the little mini ball joints. But you can twist this, every which way, left and right, up and down, whatever you please. But yeah, now moving to, this is my least favorite part of the set, and it's the legs down here. They're my least favorite part, not inherently because of like design, but purely because they just don't work very well. If you've already seen throughout this, you can already kind of tell that the legs are slightly flimsy, because I mean, they're just on hinges and stuff. They just don't work very well. Just fiddling with it right here, trying to show you guys, they're already collapsing. They're just not very good for legs. I think they should have went with the mini ball joints that's on the tail and stuff already. Like, I think that they really should have went with that. So I mean, the legs are just unfortunate in that sense that they're not too sturdy to hold the thing up. It'll kind of just go like that and collapse on you pretty easily. I mean, otherwise the legs look fine, and I like the little claws and how they did that, but yeah, the legs are just too flimsy for me personally. So yeah, I'm gonna scooch Chompy here out of the way, and we're just gonna take a look here at the simple little build. That's the side build in this set. And when I say simple, I mean pretty simple. It's a simple stand to hold the bladed deliverance, or the ivory bladed deliverance. But besides that, I mean, it's, a total of like 4 studs long. The best part about this is the green flames. For me personally, I think that's an awesome recolor of that piece, and a good way they mounted it in those same stamp pieces that were used on the dragon, just in brown. So good on that, but I mean, otherwise, yeah, I mean, this build is really simple, and it doesn't even connect to the larger, dungeon or other side builds for like the game board thing. So, I mean, it's there, yeah, I mean, and it holds the blade kind of loosely. I would recommend, keeping the blade somewhere else, maybe in a minifigure's hand or something, but otherwise, thinking on the blade though, this blade is awesome. It's my first time getting one of these bladed deliverance pieces, and they're a lot bigger than I expected. I mean, if you think about it, heck, it's taller than Woo. I mean, if you look at it, I mean, it's taller than Woo. So that's interesting in the sense, but very well done molding. That skull at the bottom of the hilt is well done. Large blade, good dual molding. Just very happy with this. So yeah. Otherwise, now all that is left is the minifigures. So yeah, I'm just gonna bring in my, my little minifigure stand here, and we'll just start, right here with Woo. And he looks pretty good. Just a brief overview of him here, just kind of looking at him. Let me remove his staff, which I wish they would have just done the plain, one-piece bow staff, because, I mean, his staff doesn't look like this in the show, but whatever. I mean, that's simple enough to change, so. Otherwise, looking at the figure itself, this is pretty sweet. It reuses his focus camera. Come on. Come on. There we go. It reuses his Season 11 legs from Secrets of Forbidden Spinjitzu. A brand new torso, though, which I'll remove his beard piece here in a second. Nice reuse of this pretty old armor piece. I believe this came out, way back during, like, Prince of Persia, maybe, or something like that. It's pretty old. It's a very old piece, in fact. But it's kind of a softer, piece. And then his conical hat in dark tan, and the same printing, for the back of his head that we got in Season 11. Otherwise, let me just kind of start removing things here for you guys so you can see. And I can leave the armor on. It won't obstruct anything. Come on, focus camera. Again. Anyways, though. Yeah, so I mean, same face as Season 11. The torso here is kind of like a almost bamboo sort of like armor, it looks like. Nice copper printing. If you can see if I turn it just the right way and the light hits it, sort of, there you go, you can kind of see it. Very nice, well done. And then here on the back, same kind of style, just more of that bamboo kind of armor printing. Otherwise, looks pretty solid, and I'm pretty darn happy with it. I think they did it quite well, in fact. So yeah, I mean, not a bad figure at all, and I think they made a lot of good choices with it, so pretty happy with it. And let me just put Woo back together here, just quickly enough, so we can move on to our last figure, our second and last figure of the set, which is Gleck. And I know at the beginning of this, I couldn't remember if it was, because there's two, it's Ginkle and Gleck. Come on, camera, focus. There we go. So this is Gleck, though, and pretty darn happy with this. He has that bowcaster piece that was introduced in Star Wars, I believe, at the time of, like, Episode 7. Pretty darn good, though. Very happy with this piece, it's good, and it shoots the stud every which way, but still, it does its job. Otherwise, as for the figure itself, though, it has the short legs in brown, which I don't believe is too common, but good. Purple, like that light powdery purple hands and arms and most of the torso. Also, the head is in that color. He has a little quiver in just lighter brown here on the back, different shade from these. And then he gets that, you know, kind of elf, kind of goblin ears and hat piece molded in the purple and brown. And then removing that so that you can see his alternate face there. And then removing the head entirely so that you guys can see the back torso here. That gets, unfortunately, covered up, you know, most of the time if you do leave that on. Pretty solid printing, actually. But yeah, simple figure. The Munson Geckos are pretty decent figures. I just wish, in general, we would have got more Awakened Warriors in the wave. But yeah, as a figure itself, though, pretty darn good. So, otherwise, that now pretty much concludes this review. There isn't anything else contents-wise here in the set. And pretty happy with this set overall. The best thing is this set is $20. I mean, very affordable in that sense for people who are on maybe a more limited budget, you know, that can't just go out and purchase $100 set, $80 set, or something like that. You know, it's $20. It's definitely on the more reasonable end of the spectrum, and you get a pretty darn good build. The dragon is good. Like I said, the largest issue I have with it is just the legs are a bit, like, you know, too flimsy in my opinion. Otherwise, everything else looks really, really solid. I'm very happy with that. So yeah, I mean, pretty good. The figures are good. Too bad you don't get a ninja, but you do get that exclusive Woo, which I think turned out pretty good. So otherwise, yeah, not a whole lot else to say. If you could like and subscribe, I would appreciate that. And otherwise, I still am in a race to 100 subscribers with my buddy Stormbricks. So yeah, not a whole lot else to say. And without holding up any more of your guys' time, I will see you all in the next video. So bye!